hours, okay? You ain't got to do them all at once. This is a punishment because we can't put our hands on him. So we make him do push-ups when he mess up.
He was new.
Hey, this dude did so many. Yeah, but look, he ain't cry. Okay, he took it because I told him why he was doing this. See, when you punishing somebody,
we back, Mickey?
You gotta let them know why you punishing. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, get your ass down there and do that.
Oh, shucks. All right. We're back. Sorry. Yeah.
We back?
Technical difficulty again.
Oh, okay.
Peace, love, and light. I'm so tired.
Oh, okay.
Back again. I have Mr. Corey Moore here with the Urban Boy Scouts as well as MVP Cuts. Yeah. Owner of MVP Cuts.
I do a few things. I'm a chef and everything.
You're a chef? What's your specialty, chef?
Everything.
What's everything?
Listen, real talk.
Okay, I'm listening.
Real talk, real soon, y'all. Coming this fall.
Okay.
We're going to be opening a live jazz club called the Soothing Tunes Room on Hempfield Road in Burton. It's going to be a nice jazz club.
So yeah, we want to come and we want to go live on your grand opening on the show.
Sure you do.
No, I need all that information.
I don't have no date right now. We're on our final inspection.
No, we here for you.
So that's coming up.
Yeah.
Well, listen, let me tell y'all about this place. There will be no rap music ever played at this place.
I'm with you.
Because rap music brings a certain type of people in the crowd. And once they hear that, they gonna want to come all the time, but it's not that type of party. So we finna be in love. Yeah, this party's fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And the hungry. I'm only gonna be cooking 3 days a week.
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. These are the days of live.
Oh, you're gonna be in the kitchen, chef.
And I'm the head bartender.
Yeah.
Well, not the head bartender, but I'm the man bartender. Put it that way.
Got you.
Yeah, not the head bartender, but I'm the head chef.
Understood.
So I think that's more important to be a head bartender. Because I think eating is more important than drinking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, don't you?
I do.
Okay, so make sure y'all remember that. It's going to be good.
Tell us the name again.
Soothing Tunes Room.
I like it.
It's going to be nice. Yep, now back to the...
Okay, so we got Corey Moore here. Owner of MVP Cuts. That's on Lippincott, right across the street from
the Evergreen Regencies. They changed the name, but it's still the Regency.
Absolutely. And he is also, you're the founder, right?
Yes.
Of the Urban Boy Scouts.
Of Flint.
Soon
to be all over the world.
Absolutely.
That's my goal.
So Corey is doing some great things with these young men.
Thank you.
I've heard so many great things about it, so I decided to reach out to him and ask him about it, pull him to the side, have a little sidebar about it and see if he would come and he would talk to us about it. And then maybe give us some information, shed some light on how he does some things, and maybe this will help some of our moms and dads at home, maybe get some pointers or something, or maybe even enter your children your young men into this program. We can find that out. Also, just to know that we can support Corey in his endeavors and make sure that we are supporting, because we always want to keep our dollars black, right?
Yes.
Supporting the MVP Cuts, and we also want to support him doing great things in the community with our children, and especially our black young men. So we always want to support them. We always want to highlight that. So that was one of the things that stuck out to me. Not only that, it was just that he was interested in what we were interested in. Being at the barbershop talk is where I actually met him. And we were talking about violence in the city and this and that, and just this conversation. And then so we conversed after that. I kind of pulled him to the side and I talked to him, and we conversed after that. And it was a vibe, and we got it, and we decided that we were gonna come on and we were gonna bless you all with it as well. So that's what we're here to do now, and we're just gonna have a conversation, and we're gonna include you all in it. So y'all know my number. Call me. Send us some questions, comments, concerns, whatever you have, but we're gonna get into it. Corey was telling me a little bit about himself, and he was telling me that he lived on that side. He grew up on that side of town, and he was actually born in the Evergreen Regencies. And I was a little disrespectful and said he went to Hurley, but he didn't. He went to McLaren, just so y'all know. He went from being born in Evergreen Regencies to McLaren, so put some respect on it.
Let me tell y'all some other stuff about that. My daddy, who was also a barber, my mother called him, and he got home, and he had his razor blade on him, and he cut my umbilical cord with his barber razor.
Listen, so you were destined to be a barber. I'm with it. I felt it in my spirit. All down people shouting out.
And listen, I had that razor for many years after he died. One day, somebody just picked it up and decided they wanted to keep it. And I was crushed because that was the only really thing that I had that was so close to me and my dad. Our craft, me being born and him cutting that.
Yeah.
And nobody knows the value of that.
Absolutely.
That can never be replaced. Yeah. But my partner did go buy me another razor blade, put my name on it, son of Ray Moore. That was cool. That was great. But it wasn't the same. Yeah. He knows. But it was just a thought that kind of really made me happy about that.
Speaking of your partner, we're going to shout him out again. Yeah, shout out to Alonzo.
Oh, yeah.
It was nice meeting you, Alonzo. Very nice. Very nice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's get into it.
Okay.
Tell me about Urban Boy Scouts. Tell me what even made you want to go into this room. What made you want to segue into this?
I could say about the last 10 to 12 years, I've noticed single mothers bringing their sons to the barbershop. And I know some of y'all can relate to that because I know some of y'all
definitely can.
Probably doing it still to this day. So with that being seen all these years later, because I've always seen men bring their sons to the barbershop. So I just figured that, I could have something for them to do one day out the week, which is Wednesday. Have them come in. It's more like a big brother program. We ain't trying to be their daddy or nothing.
So this is always held in the shop?
Always held in the shop.
Okay.
Now, a lot of days we don't, like in the summer, we don't really be in the shop. We be out.
Yeah.
We go on field trips. We go out and do community cleanups. Mm-hmm. Like I said, we just got this house and it's a fixer-upper and we're working on getting that together. It should be ready by.
So let's talk about that. You bought a house, right? You bought a house for you and these young men to renovate and to teach them these skills, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
How to maintain the home improvement part of it. And then I told them once they get a job, they'll get a key.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real.
Well, no, that's the incentive, right? You have to have an incentive. Yeah, absolutely. No, I get it. I'm with it. I'm with it 1,000%.
So now we're going to go over there weekly and we're going to keep the grass cut and everything and get the house ready for drywall, carpet, and have it ready probably by the winter.
So this is all the things that you all are doing. You all are doing the drywall, you doing the carpeting and all of that, right? That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're doing it all.
Yeah.
We don't need nobody to come in.
Absolutely not.
We're going to do it all. Even I don't know how to do everything, so I'm gonna be learning with them. Yeah. But we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it done.
So this house is on the north side,
it's not on the north side. Yep, it's on the north side. I wanted to put something on the north side because our program has been on the south side, and I've really been kind of designated to that area. But I was raised on the north side, so I got a big heart for the north side. Yeah. I got a big heart for the whole city, but
absolutely,
I just wanted to have the house over here so the north side can feel like, okay, well, he over here now. And so we over here, they're going to see us. They're going to see us out there. The Broom Center is right around the corner from where we at.
Right.
So they're going to see us out there. We're going to even go up there and see if we can do something up there. Whatever we can do. We just out here trying to help, trying to build relationships and trying to teach young brothers social skills.
Yeah.
How to get along with each other.
Right.
And how to respect themselves.
Okay.
Because if they don't respect themselves, they're not going to respect you, me, our mothers, our grandmothers, nobody. And I noticed that sometimes I can go in the store and I just see some young people cussing. And I know a lot of older people are afraid to say something. Well, I'm not that old yet.
Right.
And I think if I'm God's will to let me live to be older, I still will say something respectful to them and get them to understand, hey, listen, I'm standing right here.
Because that's our job as elders of them, is to correct them.
Yes.
Not to chastise them, but to correct them.
That's it.
That's our job. And I said that before. I think I spoke on it at the barbershop when I said, we are afraid of our own children and we shouldn't be.
No.
And the misconception is that these children are super disrespectful. Yes, I'm sure they can be. However, they're not as disrespectful as people make. No. Just because you see them and they might be their hair is dreaded or they're wearing their clothes a certain way or they may be listening to some music that you don't necessarily agree with. Some of them are very, very, very respectful.
Oh, yeah.
And even if they're not, and even if they're doing those things, if you say something to them and correct them, they'll straighten it right up.
Absolutely.
But it's the way you come to them too.
Yeah.
You can't be on tip when you talk to them.
No.
So it's a way that you have to come to them too. Yeah. Because I've been in the store and they do that and I'll be like, hey, you see right here? Yeah. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. You know? It's and I'll be like, it's okay. It's not hard. Just watch how you talk to when you're around ladies or you're around your elders. And that's all I say. And it's, you right, I'm sorry. And it's that. That's all they want to do is respected anyway. It's not, they don't get a lot of respect at home. Mm-hmm. Obviously, because they carrying the stuff outside the home. Right. My first lessons was in the home, so. My grandmother always told me charity starts at home, spreads abroad, right? Yeah. My mom didn't want me. I didn't want to be representing my mom in a bad way, me coming out the house and all the stuff she done taught me. I get outside and act like I don't know nothing. Oh, see, can we go on there? Can we go there? Yeah. Because listen here, because here's the thing. That's a two-way street, right? Mm-hmm. Because you my dad, right? Mm-hmm. I'm your daughter. Mm-hmm. I represent you just like you represent me. Absolutely. So you can't be out here wilding and doing all of this stuff as a representation of me, just like I can't do that as a representation of you. It's a two-way street. And I think parents fail to realize that, right? They do. So if I go to school and somebody on Instagram be like, bro, this your mom? Mm-hmm. This your mama twerking in the middle of the street? Right. Yeah. Come on, bro. Now you just made me want to hit you in the mouth because you looking at my mama turned up on it. You get what I'm saying? We got to do better as parents. We punk ass parents. Yeah, we are. We some punk ass parents. Yeah. And we listen. And I say that with the most disrespect because it is disrespectful for us to be punk ass parents. And I'm going through some things with a few of my children right now, and I'm gonna tell you like this. I wasn't no punk ass parent. Right. But I did not discipline my children by whooping them. Understood. And so I don't know if I went wrong by that because now that they're older, they seem to forget the most important things that I did was I spent time with them. Okay? I may not spend a lot of money on them. I didn't have a lot of money. I never had a lot of money. I had a lot of kids though, so I always had a job. I always had a place of my own that they can come to. I always had a car. I always had common sense. I've never been to prison. I've never been to jail. There has been rumors about me or whatever, but that's okay. People talk about Jesus. Here's the thing. When I found out that Jesus was hated, who am I? I had to really look at that. We're talking about white Jesus or black Jesus? No, we're talking about Jesus, period. I'm talking about the one that they hated. Okay. Black Jesus. Yeah, well, yeah, him too. I'm just saying. That's always my question when people say that. White Jesus, black Jesus. But the thing is, people would talk about the best people in the world. Absolutely. Okay? And without even knowing one thing about that person. It's about what they hear or what they see on social media or what somebody done told them. Never what they know. Okay? So that don't bother me. I know who I am. So I think that sometimes that's the thing with children as well, right? When they grow up and they grow older and they see like their counterparts or their so-called friends, because all of them ain't your friends. No. They see them in a different way that they see themselves, right? Maybe they have a little bit more. Maybe they came up in a two-parent household that worked in GM type. You know what I'm saying? No, exactly. And so you see that, and then you ain't doing nothing for me. But I think that when you said, I don't know if I went wrong, I don't think it is necessarily that you went wrong because children, when you raise them to have their own mind and to think for themselves. Now, whether they think for real. Right. Yeah. And use the damn common sense they have, or even the things that you taught them on how to think. Now, whether they use that or not is on them. However, I think it gets to a certain point to where they like, damn, Daddy did do this, or Daddy was there. And it's way more important because I'm going to tell you this. I was raised by my grandparents, right? My father passed away 10 days before I turned 8 years old, right? My dad my dad never got a chance to disappoint me because I was so young. Yeah. So my dad has always been on the pedestal. And he'll forever be on the pedestal because he didn't even have a chance to disappoint me, right? No. He didn't have a chance to not be there. Right. So all I know of my dad is all of this time that we spent together. I can't even. I can tell you this, honestly, God true. I'm 44 years old. right? And I can't tell you about anything that my father purchased me. Like I don't remember that stuff, right? I know he did. I know he did. You know. However, I don't remember that. But what I remember is that on Saturdays I would wake up early in the morning and I would, watch my cartoons and do all this little shit, right? But I would go to bed early. And I would go to bed real early because my daddy would wake me up at like midnight, right? He would wake me up and he had cooked all this food because my dad was an amazing cook, right? He would have cooked all this food and had all these snacks or whatever. Yeah. And me and him sitting down in front of the TV and we watching karate flicks all night.
That's some shit I did.
But that's what I remember of my father. Not what he bought me. Yeah. Right? See? But I remember spending that time with him every Saturday. You feel me?
I know.
I remember him taking me to like everywhere he went. Like if my daddy was going somewhere, I always went with him. I was like ultimate daddy's girl, right? Everywhere he went, I was always going with him. In some places I had no goddamn business being. Yeah. But my daddy didn't care. No, my daddy, I knew he was gonna protect me. I knew nothing gonna happen to me. I was in some gnarly places and some shady places. But my daddy, listen, my granddaddy grew up on 752 East Baltimore. We over on Wagers, bullshit. We just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. However, my dad he ain't letting nothing happen to me. He didn't let nobody touch, bother. Nobody did it anyway, because that was his hood. However, I only remember the time that we spent. I only remember the conversations that we had and the things that he was putting into me when I was that young, right? Because he would be talking like he would be talking to me like we're talking right now. He never talked to me like a little girl. He talked to me like I was. He talked to me like he was preparing me for the world.
Same here.
So those are the things that I remember from my father. I don't remember the shoes he bought me, or if some Jordans came out, I don't remember that. I remember those things, and those are the things that I always cherish. Yeah. And those are the things that we have to make sure that we remember, and those are the things that we have to put into our children, right? Now, whether they accept it and they are okay with it in the beginning, right? Because of course they all get in their way. Some of them don't, but some of them, they go left when they're supposed to go right. And they feel like, I know I have a job to do that. So in you saying that, so I applaud you, right, for being a relevant father and to spend that time with them, because those are the things that we remember, because I definitely remember those and I cherish that.
I definitely spend time with all my children.
Yeah. And how many children?
8.
Okay.
7 girls and 1 boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
7 girls.
Yeah.
Woo! That's a lot of girls.
You know what though? To be honest with you, I think I got like 6 more stepdaughters. Okay. From previous relationships. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something. What's crazy is they respect me more than my own blood children.
Understood. It's so my mother had a boyfriend named Tommy. Made the universe be pleased with his life. He's passed on out, but he was like he was a good dude, right? That was my guy. Yeah. This dude, he was an amazing cook too. He used to cook, and we'd get in the kitchen together and we'd cook, because I could cook even when I was little, because I was raised by my grandparents, so I could cook, right? Yeah, and he'd be like, "Come in the kitchen with me, let's cook. You cook this, I'm gonna cook that," right? And so we would cook together, and we would be playing music, because I always I always been in music, and I always play music, right? We'd be playing music, we'd be singing, we'd be doing all this crazy stuff, right? My guy, and so he was kind of like a stepfather, but he put in so much fucking time with me. Like, seriously, like, he took me places. He'd be like, "You want to go to Detroit to Belle Isle?" Yeah. And we'd just be out. And we'd just do stuff like that. And he was a great dude. Yeah. He was such a good guy. Yeah. And he was in my life for a long time. And not only was he in my life, but even like my neighbors next door, right? He would take us all to the beach, and he would do stuff like, so stepfathers, I don't even really call them that. I'm just a bonus father. Yeah. So when that bonus father come in and he show you that love and he do those things, you cherish that because you ain't had it.
I was young when I had pretty much all my children, so there were some things that I didn't know how to do.
Yeah.
But I did know that those were my children, and I had children by different women. So I wanted my children to know each other. And if it was up to my baby mama, they wouldn't. I ain't taking my baby around that. You better not have my baby around that bitch. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. They sisters and brothers. They got to know each other. See, y'all hating on each other because of me. Don't be mad at each other because of me and take it out on the kids, the sisters and brothers. Right. So hey, I made sure all my children know each other by me taking my kids over here and taking them on, and we all. This your brother. This your sister. This your sister. This your sister. Okay. If it was up to my kids' mothers, though, they wouldn't introduce my kids to them.
So you know what? That's great that you said that. So I know we kind of off topic on urban boys. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, it's all
but we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
But we were just having a conversation, like not on camera. It's kind of off camera. We ended up kind of having a conversation on camera, but this was really off camera. I was just talking to some of my friends that happen to be gentlemen that are going through some things, like custody things and things like that. And so I can't relate. I can't relate, not saying that I haven't been in this situation. I can't relate because I wasn't the bitter baby mama.
That's good.
So that's the reason why I say I can't, because my philosophy has always been, hey, these your kids. Yeah. You know they here. You know they got to be cared for. You either going to do it or you're not. Yeah. Either way, by hook or by crook, I'm going to make it happen. Yeah. Right?
I already know.
So I'm not calling. I'm not arguing. Right. I'm not doing none of that. Yeah. I'm just getting it done. Yeah. Because I don't have time to be bitter with you. Right? Hey, you know they here. Corey, you know we got a kid. Yeah. You know that. You was there. You helped me make it. Yeah. So you either going to be there or you're not. However, I'm just not. I just don't. But that's my own thing, and I can't put my own situation or my own thinking or my own life, with no other woman. But I just don't feel like we need to be bitter about that, because at the end of the day, it's about these children. Yeah. And I'm not gonna play the tug of war game or the pawn game just to make a point. You feel me? I can't do that. Not with my children. I ain't never down talk them, because my thing is that they gonna get older and they gonna see where they bread buttered at.
I've never down talked my baby mothers either.
But now when they got older and they understood, and then they said, and I might have been like, man, that nigga ain't shit. Stop talking to me about it. Y'all grown now though. Y'all already know. Hell, y'all done said it. You get what I'm saying? But it's more of a like just. I just don't have the time, right? Yeah, and I'm talking about my situation was a situation. Yeah.
I got a situation right now that'll blow your mind, but I keep a lot of personal things.
I do too.
But I can tell you though, if I told you this, it'll fuck you up, because it's like so beyond disrespect. And then the grown people looking at this disrespect, like I created some disrespect that I didn't create. But they're not looking at the disrespect. They're looking at why you do this, or why you do that, or why you say this, or why. I am my kid's father. They not my mother or dad.
Yeah.
I have never ever disrespect my children on no type of level in front of nobody, not even them. But when they start smelling themselves and start talking to me crazy, I had to let them know, especially my daughters, hey, don't talk to me like you talk to your nigga over there, your nigga. Because you got me, see, here I am, and here he is. Let's put these two together. Most niggas gonna leave a girlfriend sooner or later when they young. They just ain't gonna stay around, especially when they get them pregnant.
Yeah, because y'all growing up together, y'all gonna change.
Yeah. But daddy, I ain't going nowhere until I die. So it don't matter, okay? But when you talking to me crazy, because you not realizing my title, I am your dad. And if you talk to me crazy, I'm gonna talk back to your ass crazy. And you ain't gonna like it because I'm good at it. Okay, then I'm gonna make you hate me. But
you got some experience in that.
I got some experience.
Yeah.
But then I have to say, well, Okay, I don't want it to be like this. I don't want to be arguing and going back and forth with my children. So eventually, I just say, hey, okay, I'm here. So I ain't going nowhere, but I'm not going to be entertaining with bullshit either.
So I feel like with that, we've done our part.
Yeah.
In raising them the best way that we know how. Because it don't come with a manual, right?
No, hell no, it
don't. So, we trying to figure that out too.
Yeah.
We trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Right? we know what didn't work for us when we were children. We know what worked for us when we were children. So we try to do some of those things and incorporate it. We change some things around. We don't do what we didn't like.
No.
Right? But we do some of those things that we did like, or the things that work for us. Even if we didn't like it, but it worked for us, we do that as well, right? But it don't come with a manual. And everybody is different. So, you know your children. Different. You have 8, and all 8 of them are different. All 8 of them have different personalities. Yeah. I have 4, 2 girls, 2 boys. Yeah. And all of them are different.
Yeah, so you have to deal with them different ways.
You have to deal with them accordingly. So you have to, at the end of the day, after they're adults and you've done your job, you've done your due diligence, right? You have to just
fall back.
Because you just have to pray, and you just hope that everything that you put in them and all the things that you instilled in them and you told them and you showed them that they're going to carry that out in the world. It's going to make them a better person, because at the end of the day, you always want your children to be better than you were, right? Because I tell my kids that I want you to be better than me. Yeah. I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me, right? So I'm telling you these things so that you can be better than me, so you know where I messed up at, where I went right at, where I may have went left, but I went right, where I should have went up, where I went down, and you just have to trust that those things are going to come into play. Yeah. Now,
so you gotta
with
fall
that
back.
saying, you gotta fall back, and you gotta be like, just hey, when you fall, I'm not gonna stand over the top of you like I told you. I'm gonna live to send my hand out and like I'm here. I always been here. But sometimes you gotta let them bump their head till they knock that mother off, right? Because sometimes it take that.
I'm gonna tell you all the time what the fuck is going on, and
yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, because I can tell you my situation too. Hey, it don't bother me. No, I went through it, and it made me it made me a better person. Absolutely. And you know what? I always thought about that. You know how people be like, if you could change something, whatever you could change, and I'm like, I wouldn't have changed nothing. Right. Everything that I went through and everything, I used to say that. Before I went all the way through it, until I got to where I am, I used to be like, man, if I could go back and do that again, right. Yeah. But now at 44, no, because I'm great. I'm magical as fuck.
Everything we went through molded us into who we are today.
I'm telling you.
So without those experiences, we don't know who the hell we are.
Absolutely.
Or what will we be?
It made me have a level of discernment. Like those things that I went through, like I can tell you things, and you be like, ew. But it gave me a level of discernment about people. Yeah. Like and it gave me a level of confidence. It also gave me a level of thinking that I probably wouldn't have gotten had I not gone through some of those things, right? Never would have gotten it. And so I'm grateful, and I appreciate the universe even sending me through that, right? Yeah. Because I'm here. I'm still standing up, right?
Through all shit.
And that's one of the things I think that I try to make sure that I don't know if you, definitely follow each other on Facebook, but I'm always, I start my day with something positive every day. And whether anybody looks at it or just one person look at it, one person is affected, right? And I always put it out there because and I start with something positive and I say something positive because I know the world is the world. And everything is going on like it's going on, but we need something that's going to start us out right. So every morning, Monday through Friday, when I get up and I go to work, and I'm thankful that I got up because somebody didn't, right? I put something out there positive because it's going to impact somebody. And whether it touch one person or 101 people. Don't matter. And that's the goal for me every day. At least one person. I don't care. I don't need 1 million likes. And I don't even do it for that, right? I just need to make sure that I put out what I want back in.
I'm really getting sick of social media because there's so many sensitive people, so many people worried about what the next person is doing. It's just so many. Why are so many people worried about so many people that they don't even know? Ain't did shit for and ain't missing no money because of them.
Right.
Why is everybody so worried about what the next person is doing? So who cares? It's not so what? It's no big deal. Do you? Okay? Everybody needs to do them. Okay? Because I wouldn't give a shit what nobody posted on Facebook. As long as it doesn't affect me. As long as you ain't talking about me personally. If you say Corey Moore, you a piece of shit, then I want to know why you feel that way. But anybody, whatever they post, that's them. That's how they feel. And I respect that. But it doesn't make me to wonder, well, why is they posting that? Or what do they mean? Or who cares?
You know what? I don't think I ever really cared about that anyway. But,
right. So a lot of people do though.
Yeah, a lot of
all the people inboxing and shit. Why he always on your post commenting this or that? Well, why don't you come ask me?
I think that we have gotten so out of touch with everything.
Yeah.
You know, and
we have.
It's
socialism is
TikTok, it's social media, you know, it's Instagram, it's all these things, and you know, and you can live a separate life on those things, and I think that's the glory of it. Yeah. Is because it's glorified, right? Yeah. And you can be somebody else, right?
I don't know how to be that.
But my thing is, and what I hate is that family is gone.
Oh, it's terrible.
So family is gone. So we don't have it. So again, I'm not that old. I'm 44.
Right, no, you're not. I didn't even know you was that old.
I am.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
Why, thank you. I'll be 45 in December.
You don't have no bags under your eyes and shit.
You know what? I try to keep it. Good. I try to keep it good.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You too, sir.
I'm trying to do the best I can.
You know what I'm saying? So, when my children were growing up, I worked third shift while they were coming up, right? Because I was single mom and I wanted to be present.
So they know something what they was doing.
So no, they said it was someone was there. Okay. But I just wanted to be present.
Right, for sure.
In the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because when my children got older, you know, my boys play sports.
Yeah.
My oldest daughter, I got girl, boy, girl, right?
Okay.
So my oldest two, they a year and a half apart. And so they played sports. Mm-hmm. So they played, you know, basketball. Mm-hmm. She played softball and basketball. He played
all year round. You going to some shit.
All year round, and she played soccer too. Okay. So I was always somewhere on the field or in a gym. All my son round. Played football. My son played basketball. And he ran track. Right. All year round. And he played all year. He played AAU. Then he played for school. Right. He played football all year round. Ran track. So it was expensive. And he played Pop Warner. That's $500 just to get him in. Right. Okay. So that was the mama I was.
Is he good? Did he go pro with all this shit?
He did go to college.
Okay.
Went to Minnesota.
Okay.
He played, right? Broke his collarbone, unfortunately. Rodney Webster. He went to Hamby.
I heard of that.
I'm sure.
Yeah. That's your son?
That's my son.
Okay.
Yeah. So he broke his collarbone, right?
He kind of was he a big guy?
No. Fast little shifty dude.
Okay.
Yeah. My son.
What did he play? Wide receiver or running back?
He played the slot. He was a receiver. He played the slot. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember
22. Number 22. Yeah. So he did. He went to college. Okay. Actually, went to college. She did too. Played ball. You know, so I got to see them do that. However, awesome. when they were coming up and I worked, like I said, I worked third shift. So I never missed a practice. I never missed a game. I never missed nothing. No parent teacher conference, none of that, right?
Yeah, he was busy.
Man, listen, I was running on fumes. You hear me? Didn't have no sleep. I was running on fumes. However, when they got home from school, I cooked every day. We had a meal. We sat down at the table. No phones was allowed. I ain't had no TV in there. We sat at the table and we talked. And that's what we did every day while they was coming up. I didn't even do that when I was young because I was by myself. But I did that because that's what I wanted. I wanted to make sure that we talked to each other. We knew what was going on with each other. How was your day? What you doing in school today? Yeah. How was practice? Yeah. I missed the first part of your practice because I was at her practice. You know, I'm going to everybody's. I missed the first part of your practice because I was going to his practice. And I missed the second half. What you do in practice? How did that go? Y'all scrimmaged earlier, right? How did that go? Like, those were our conversations, right? Talking to my babies, you know, asking my baby because she the baby.
That's beautiful.
And I'm asking her, we talking about this, and this is what we did at the table. They friends would come over, and my house was the kid house. Trust my kids in nobody else's house, but all the kids could come to my house. Sure. So everybody was so they would come and they'd just be like, try to go get that on. We sit at the table over here. No phones, no nothing. We don't turn the TV on. We sit at the table over here. And we sit and we talk. And that happened. And all the kids just always wanted to come over for dinner. Because they ain't do that at home. Man. But that's what we did every day.
I don't know nobody.
Every single day. And like I said, I'm only 44. Right. But I felt like I was going because I was working third shift and I was tired or whatever, but I wanted to make sure that my kids are so close together. Because this is what we did every day. Every single day when I was little. And that's what I did. So we couldn't, like I said, we couldn't have no phones, no tablets. It was no TV. I didn't even have a TV. I had a room with a TV in it, but I didn't have a TV in my living room. Because that's where we socialized at. That was a social area. And we going to talk to each other. We going to argue with each other. We going to yell at each other. Whatever it is that we going to do. But we going to do it face to face. We ain't texting. We not doing none of that, right? We playing games. We doing all of that. But I did that every day while I was in school. That's how we conducted. That's how we did it. And even though I didn't have no husband in the house or I had no boyfriend in the house or whatever, I'm still structuring my family, right? We don't do that no more. And even with one person in the house or two people in the house, it can be done. Listen, I was tired of shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I bet. Man, listen. When he started playing, he played varsity from the time he got to high school till he graduated. Right. Stepped in the gate playing varsity. Every Friday, he got a game at 7 o'clock. I'm rushing out the game because I gotta go to work. I'm on two wheels getting to work, right? This was my life for 9 years. This is what I did on third shift. But all the time, I'm making sure that they straight. They homework good. They eating, we talking at the table. That's the type of stuff we do. So I'm saying that to say, I know that we have an issue with our fathers being in home and two-parent households. But what I'm saying is that we can still do it. It's your mindset, though. It's how you feel like you want to do it. It's your mindset, because that was my mindset. And my kid having my kids around, being present, making sure that they had that, that we talk to each other. I always want to know how to deal with. I picked my daughter up from school right now. She's 15 years old. She don't want to talk. Well, she's 16 now. My bad, Nevada. Nevada just had a birthday July 29th. She just turned 16. Okay. She ain't trying to. We ain't talking about everything, but I said, "How's school today?" Right. And she's so funny. She be like, "Dandy," and I was like, "What's dandy about it?" And then we'll talk about it, right? Yeah. Or even now she not in school, and I come home from work. I be like, "What you do today?" I did this. What you watch? What was this? Just ask me questions. It ain't even got nothing to do with nothing.
That's the thing. You need to ask them, how you doing today? Yeah. Because, all I've ever heard people ask their children, what you doing? What you do today? You ain't did shit? Instead of how you doing?
Why the trash ain't taken out?
Why the trash?
Why you ain't washed the dishes?
Just
as soon as you come in the door. Yeah. I have been guilty of that. But then I reel it back in. Because I've been guilty of that. Like I tell you to do something before I leave, and I'll be like, I walk in the door, and as soon as I walk in the door, why you ain't? Then I'll be like, my bad. What was how you doing? How was your day?
I never heard that growing up. My mama would have asked me how was I doing. I probably would have felt like I was on top of the world. Yeah. But I'm kind of glad that she was kind of like a disciplinarian, and because it was just her. She had 3 sons, so she was big on having a work ethic. We couldn't stand in bed on Saturdays and Sundays. We had to get up, watch the same damn walls we just watched last week. Like, walls don't get dirty that fast. It's something. And so she said, well, I only did that because you're not going to stay young forever. And so when you have to get up in the morning and go take care of your business to pay your bills, you need to start that at an early age. So it was a repetitive thing. So I really don't even sleep now. I really don't sleep. I'm always up. I get up. The first thing I do before I even brush my teeth or whatever is I make my bed up. Because if I feel like I accomplished something already. That's the first thing I do. I've been doing that for 40 years.
That's beautiful. You would hate me.
I make my bed up. I don't even take it.
It ain't even that. When I was younger, listen, let me tell you something. My grandmother used to drive her crazy. And then she just was, then after I said what I said to her, she's like, you know what? It's cool.
Right.
So my grandmother was one of the ones who make your bed. Make your bed ain't made up. Yeah. I was a busy kid though, right? Mm-hmm. So, I tell people that all the time, like sports really saved my life. So I was busy all the time, right? When I was a kid. Yeah. So anyway, I play sports too. So I get up and I listen, and I just go by my day. I'm going in there, brushing my teeth, washing my face, I'm getting in the shower, I'm out, right? She make your bed. Why you make your bed up? I come back, my bed made up. Damn it! And my granny made a bed like nobody did. Bounce a quarter to the ceiling on that. Oh, I bet. Know what I'm saying? I don't never make no bed up that day. I can't even get in. I made it good enough to know that it's made. I can't even get in the damn bed. She got it so tight, right? Damn it. Yeah, that's funny. So, she one day she Tyra, listen. Now I've been make your bed up. I done taught you how to make up your bed. I'm like, I know how to make my bed up. Mm-hmm. You only make it up if you gonna be gone for the weekend. Cause I know you. Listen, I'm gone. I said, listen, I'm gone. That's why I'm not gonna make it up. But why I'm gonna make it up and I'm getting ready to get right back in? She said, excuse me. Oh, go for it. She said, and she was just speechless. You know what? You're right. You ain't gotta make your bed up. That's okay. Don't make it up. Right. That was the one thing I had to do. Now I had to clean my room and do all that other stuff. But she quit being on me about making my bed up because I'm like, I'm gonna get right back in. And she like, you. I only do it because she's like, all right. I feel like I accomplished something. No, I get no. I totally get it. But I was just hell bent on just like, no. I'm about to, you messing it up for me. Now I gotta get the covers back like I need it. I gotta get my pillow back like I leave it alone. And I listen to this day right now. Still don't make up my bed unless I'm not coming back in here. You know what I'm saying? I'll make a. You would be upset with me. I'm sorry, but I'm not making it. Oh, sounds like my daughter. Listen, tell us a little bit about the Urban Boy Scouts before you get up out of here. The Urban Boy Scouts is a mentoring program. Okay, for young brothers ages 5 through 18. We meet every Wednesday from 4 o'clock to 6 p.m. Sometimes it goes over. What we do is we teach young brothers self-respect and basically how to get along with each other. Yeah. But we also teach them how to take care of their hygiene much better than what they do. Because we get reports that they don't like taking baths. Brothers, some of our young brothers don't like. Boys a little harder, right? It takes them a while to get to it. So they gotta get that one girl to get up on it first, and then they in there all day. They won't get their asses out the bathroom. We teach them that their hygiene is very important. We teach them how to maintain things, home improvements. We teach them all types, how to cook. How to cut hair. We always teach them something. But our main thing. You teach them how to cut hair? You want our apprentice? Can I come apprentice? Yeah. No, I'm dead ass. Yeah. I'm so serious. We better hurry up because I'm getting ready to retire soon. So the main thing about the Urban Boy Scouts of Flint is basically teaching them self-respect and how to get along with each other. Because with the way the murder rate is going right now, it ain't getting no better. Talk about it. So we're trying to break a cycle. I think there's been great mentors here in Flint over the years, but I think I'm a little bit different. It's consistency too, right? It's consistency. I'm very passionate, and I'm still kind of young. I can get out there. I can play basketball with them. I'm probably in better shape than they are. So when I was growing up, my mentors, they were older men. They wasn't playing me in no basketball, but they was telling me right from wrong. But it's different when you hands on and you out there with we doing our cleanups. Shit, I'm out there cleaning up too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting back saying, hey, you take that garbage over there and you break that shit over there and you get your ass over there. No, I'm not doing that. I'm out there with them. Right. Okay? And showing them things. I'm not just out there just to tell them what to do. Right. I'm out there, we out there together. So my mentoring skills, and I'm not taking no mentoring skills away from nobody else. Right. I'm just saying how my mentoring skills are.
My approaches are different. I'm a good listener. I will get my little brothers to tell me what the hell is really going on with them, even if they don't even want to. Because I'm gonna be persistent. Like, hey, you know you.
Well, see, that's a thing right there. You said it for me is that you're a good listener because sometimes it's not even about you talking to them or you even telling them anything or even telling them right from wrong. But sometimes they just need to get it off their chest. Sometimes something happened at home. Mama done said something crazy to them or did something.
Because I done had the same shit happen to me.
Yeah, or even your brothers and your sisters or whatever.
It's
and
something.
you know, it's something.
It's something.
And they don't have anybody to talk to.
So
and they just need you to be a listening ear sometimes.
And I listen. I have no problem. And our program is not. We don't never tear nobody down. And when we hear one of our little brothers trying to talk about one of our little brothers, we stop that immediately. Hey, don't be calling nobody no names. We brothers in here. Stop that. This ain't funny. You know, we not finna be playing no games, calling each other names and shit. No, this your brother. I'm telling you sorry. You know, and y'all going about y'all business. So we can eliminate, because kids gonna be kids. They gonna say mean shit to each other. But if you hear it, which is good, because you can't hear everything, you can't see everything. But sometimes they be outside. Sometimes we be in there cutting hair, because sometimes it be slow on Wednesdays, but sometimes, especially if it's the first of the month, because fun is the first of the month and the weekend time. That's it. You know, that's the first of the month. But anyway, so we basically just teaching them how to get along with each other. That's a very important thing. But we teach them other things that's miscellaneous to us. But hopefully, in the long run, we're really teaching them all that college ain't for everybody. We want all our young brothers to be self-empowered. So we really stress skills and trades for them. All of our captain right now, he's going to engineering trade school right now. So he's gonna be a boss. And all of them are gonna be, you know, bosses. They're not gonna told what they're worth an hour. They're gonna create their own income. And we're gonna make sure that we help them 115%.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're really on. We're really on some self-empowerment, self-respect, and teaching young brothers how to get along with each other.
So I have a question for you. Being that you are on the south side, are most of your children based on the south side?
Most of them are. Yeah. We got a few north siders. We got.
Well, I like that. I like that you incorporated over here.
Oh yeah.
Because I think that's some of the things that maybe even back in the day when it was coming up that should have probably happened.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
And you just be everywhere. Because I think that's the beauty of sports. Because especially like AAUs and that. I think that's the beauty of sports because, I'm from Beach. Yeah. We ain't really food the south side like that. I don't know, but you get what I'm coming from, especially our age group, right? So, but when I played sports, that ain't even matter. You was just on my team. I ain't care where you came from. You could have came from down south somewhere, whatever, Canada. I didn't care as long as, hey, we winning. Hey, if I can pass the ball to you and you can shoot it, or you can pass it to me, or if I pitch it to you, you can knock it out the park, then we all good. So, I think that's one of the beauties of sports, because I'm a huge advocate of sports. I know a lot of people aren't because they feel like they're being, that's a whole nother subject. I just know people are not advocates of sports. I am. Yeah. I know what it did for me, and I know what it did for my children. I know what it did for me too. But I love that you are incorporating the other sides of town because that's some of the things that was a little bit different. We could, our area. How we did. We couldn't do that. This has been on my mind for a while. I just finally just went on and did it, because sometimes I can be procrastinating. I'll be like putting stuff on the back burner. Yeah. But then I realized that, because I've been helping River Park Village Apartments out here. Okay. Ladies, taking some clothing out there and stuff. A friend of mine, she has a program out there called Safe Places. And so I went out there one day with her. So what's Safe Places? It's Safe Places out in River Park out in the projects. They have this program in their community center every day from 4 o'clock to 7 where the residents come in there and they teach them different things. They have different little arts and crafts and stuff going on. They take them outside and stuff. Okay. And they had a big old party a couple weeks ago. I took the group over there. Yeah. And I let them mingle. Some of them even stayed out there before, so they had friends out there. Oh, that's cool. But I had did a little walking around there when I went out there the first time. I ran across these 4 young brothers,
and two of them was brothers. And,
Yeah.
And one of the little brothers had his shoes on the wrong foot. And so I said, hey, little brother. I said, what's your name? He said, Baby Terry. I said, what's your real name, Baby Terry? I said, what's your real name, Baby Terry? So his brother said, his daddy name Terry. Terry something. Now he 8 years old. Shoes on the wrong feet. So I said, Baby Terry. Okay? Since he keeps saying that's his name. All right, I'm not going to take that name. I said, Baby Terry, put your shoes on the right feet, brother. It'll make your feet feel better. Now, this is at like maybe 5 o'clock in the evening. So, apparently he had his shoes on the wrong foot all day.
And not one person corrected him. Not even Baby Terry's big brother.
So when I looked at his shoes, they were in terrible shape. Okay? So I knew I was going to do something for him. But the first time I asked him to take his shoes off, he was hesitant. Okay? So when he did, I asked him again. I said, Baby Terry, put your shoes on the right feet. So make your feet feel better. So he said, okay. So when he took his one shoe off, his whole shoe fell apart. I said, that's okay. Put them on the right feet. So then I looked at his brother, who got on his feet. Got their shoe size. I made a post about it. I got money. I got shoes. Even some people bought new shoes. But I would have bought them some new shoes. Just because I felt so bad for them, okay? That I did not want them to wear them shoes they had on ever again. And they did, because I told them when I said, yeah, throw them shoes.
Matter of fact, give them to me. Let me throw them.
No, they throw them. Yeah. I don't want to touch them, because they was just that bad. But yeah. So I've been going out there, and then I took another 2 garbage bags out there the following week. I haven't been out there in 2 weeks.
So did you get those to safe spaces?
Yeah, safe spaces, okay. Safe places.
Do they? Oh, safe places. Safe places. I apologize. Yeah. So safe places. So you get those things. Distribute them to the ones out. Oh, that's beautiful. Peace, King. Yeah. So you okay. I'm glad you told me that. So yeah, that's something I need to look into that. Yeah, it's rough out there. I mean, it's rough everywhere. Absolutely. I don't been through the Regencies too, but I done did so much out there. Yeah. That you know, it's time for me to move around the whole city. Absolutely, they need you. And I'm going on the east side too. I don't know shit about the east side, but I'm going out there. I'm gonna go out and beat you too. Yeah. Okay. And I'm just gonna see where I'm just gonna ride around. Yeah. And then here's the thing. But I don't want people to think I'm riding around trying to be some creepy ass motherfucker. You know. But I'm riding around seeing what I can do to help. Yeah. So I gotta figure a way out how I can do that. Now it's easier for me to go in the center and see children there already. Right. Now it's gonna be different for me to just be riding around. So I gotta try to find out, like, when school starts, what's going on. Maybe I can just go up to one of the schools or something out there and just go into the schools and maybe just look around. So, with that being said, have you reached out to the schools and tried to incorporate your program into it? Oh, my program was in like 5 schools before pandemic. That's beautiful. Yeah, before pandemic. Okay. Yeah. So, I know you deal with the young men. Have you thought about doing something for the young ladies or getting some women? I have a friend that's doing something right now for the young ladies. Okay. But you know, I have wanted to start an urban Girl Scouts of Flint, and then I had some ladies that were interested, but when it was come time to do some shit and get some shit going, because I'm like, hey, gotta get some shirts, we gotta do some fundraisers. Let's have a bake sale. You got some girls together. You know, I'm trying to do something to get them going. But, well, I had to do, it's just too many excuses. People have too many excuses. Listen, if you don't have the time, because you're going to have time. Just one day a week. Yeah, just one day a week. But you still have to have time. It could be one day a week, but you're going to have plans for that one day. Absolutely. It may only be one day. Yeah. I've been doing this, so I know what it takes. Absolutely. If I didn't have the time to do this, yeah, I wouldn't be doing this. Absolutely. But I have the time, and plus I have the passion. But you have to. You could be a passionate mother. You could be passionate as you can be. Yeah. But if you don't have the time, yeah, you're not going to be able to do what they need you to do, or what needs to be done. I'm gonna say this: people make time for what they want. They do. They do. I say that to say that I listen. If I showed you my schedule, like right now, and what I'm doing all the time, you'd be like, I'm gonna take my day start at 3:30 every morning.
Well, you know what, hang in there.
my day start at 3:30 every morning. I don't make it home. It's probably like 11. Shit. But I'm activated. I'm out here. But it's my passion though.
It's your passion. You got a hell of a passion.
But I'm just saying,
so you only get 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
If that.
But I'm out here.
Yeah, well, okay. That's good. Words to the wise though. You gotta take care of yourself though. Because when the shit hit the fan and you
but I'm not doing this 7 days a week.
Okay,
so I have days off. Let me clarify that.
Okay, clarify that.
I work.
You run around the energizer.
I work Monday through Friday, and I do this. But I do take time off, and I do take time to myself. Let me clarify. Like I ain't just all day every day.
Good.
So let me clarify that. However, during the Monday through Friday, my days start at 3:30 in the morning. Every morning. And then I'm on my stuff all day. So that's just the things that we do. So you make time for what you want to make time for.
Yeah.
So but if you get enough people together to do it, you can always split those. Delegate some things up, and you can split your time up.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I just want to put that out there. Anything I can do to help, just let me know.
I will. I will. Yeah, I'm so glad that you had me come down here and get on your podcast because I know I've been busy and everything, but when I tell a person I'm gonna do something, I don't care. I'm gonna be unbusy sooner or later. Yeah. Okay. And like I said, this was a better day for me because I'm still in mode. But I'm about to get out this mode now. Yeah. And I'm about to go do what I gotta do, and then I'm about to go somewhere else. Understood. And we got our y'all 3021 Lippincott every Wednesday. My number is 810-282-6615. If you got a child that needs some good structuring, mentoring, and to be around other young men, send them on over. We'd love to have them. Okay? We'd love to have them. I don't discriminate. I don't care what type of issues your child may have. It's fine. I got issues too, but I'm fine. So we all got issues. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'm good at what I do and I know what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
And I have proof. I'm just not up here talking. I have proof. Yeah. Sometimes we gotta pat ourselves on the back. Absolutely. More people need to pat themselves on the back. Absolutely. Because it's self-motivation.
Hey, that was my post today. You should see that.
I'm gonna check
my post out because that was my tip. Sometimes you just gotta encourage yourself.
See? I already know. Yeah. I'm encouraging the shit out of me.
Hey, because if you don't, who gonna do it?
No, they not gonna do it, and they not gonna support it either. Yeah. But everybody not gonna support this shit anyway.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's okay.
That doesn't stop me.
But those who support you support you.
Oh that's yeah, and I have plenty of support.
Absolutely.
I really do. Yeah. I really do. I can say.
You got a new one right here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. You got one too.
Absolutely.
And I can tell you this. Flint has really been supportive of the Urban Boy Scouts of Flint, and I can't thank them enough. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Hey. We appreciate you. Yeah. We appreciate the work that you're doing out here.
I won't stop. I won't stop. Don't. I wish I had more time, but
listen, you can always come back.
Yeah, I will. As a matter of fact, the next time I come back, I might have a captain with me, so you can
do that.
So I'll have somebody out that's from the group.
I love that.
I started to bring him today.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah. His name is Diman, but we call him DJ.
Okay, let's do
Very nice young man.
No, we're gonna do that. We're gonna come and we're gonna let him talk about it.
I'm gonna let him know. And that way I'm just gonna sit back. I'll ask some questions, but it's better. So now that we kind of know about the program and familiar with it, now you're gonna meet a member of the program.
That's awesome.
The captain of the program. So he can, give you how he feels.
And what time do you go down to the house on Wednesday?
Not every Wednesday because we be doing so many different things. Mm-hmm. I might pick them up on a Sunday and we might go over there. It don't have to be a Wednesday. I can go get them whenever I need them.
But Wednesdays is the day that you all meet them.
Wednesdays are the days that we meet.
Okay.
But listen, before pandemic, Sunday we down at Ford Field or we at Little Caesars Arena. We done been to hockey game. Listen, we be all over. We have nice outings. We don't go to no little downtown farmers market field trip. No. We go, and farmers market is great though.
It is.
But we be out. We have some real good nice trips, water parks.
I want to come check y'all out on Wednesday.
Okay. Well, whenever we're gonna be there next week painting.
Yeah. Oh, at the house?
At the building. No.
Oh, at the okay, yeah, I'm gonna slide.
Yeah, come on, slide.
I'm gonna slide.
We're gonna be there.
Yeah.
I guarantee you we're gonna be there. God's will. And I know
Yeah.
his will is always good with me.
I'm gonna slide.
So yeah, we'll be there. And we'll be looking forward to you. Yeah. Like chicken and pizza.
I don't eat pork or beef.
Okay, well listen, we don't have to get no.
So chicken it is.
Okay. There it is. There it is.
Yeah. Listen, I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you for coming on. We're gonna do it again, all right? Absolutely. But we got a link though. Okay. We talked our off camera.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Because I got some shit to tell you.
Okay.
But yeah, I wish I had time. Well, definitely, I'll let you know.
Take care, Corey.
Thank you. Take care.
I appreciate you.
All right, no problem.
All right, listen, y'all. So we just chopped it up with Corey. Really, really nice guy. I appreciate the work that anybody is doing out in the community with the children. Because I am Tyra love the kids. I do. And I am an advocate of children. And I just think that we just all need to just do our part in help getting these children on the right path, right? We got too much going on out here in the city. Y'all, listen, we gotta do better. We gotta love on these kids. We gotta get them. We gotta stop all of this violence and all of this. And it starts with things like that, with like the stuff that Corey is doing, the stuff that Man Up Peacekeepers are doing, stuff that the Urban Peace Corps is doing. You know, Black Lives Matter, and all the other things that anybody else is doing. Any of those things, I'm not trying to leave you out. Those are just the names that came right away to my mind. But those are the things that we have to do, and I appreciate people giving them skills like that, life skills, learning how to change a light bulb, cut the grass, trim the hedges, paint a wall, all of those things, life skills, you know, because we all need those. And not even only that, he's teaching them a trade on how to replace a light fixture or hang a door, do drywall, those things, because like you said, college is not for everybody. It's really not. And so just learning the trade so that you can sustain your life and you can have a livelihood for yourself is important. And we don't need to always push the agenda of college, because it's not always about that. And people don't. It's not for everybody. So you know, I just appreciate, you know, people that spend time with children and to do those things with children because it's so important. Especially when they're young. They're like little sponges, so you know you gotta just get them while they're young and train them up, right? Even when they get older, they're not too far gone to where they don't listen or they can't understand or comprehend or even take the direction that they give you. You just have to do the work, right? And you just have to approach them and you have to be available to them. And that's some of the problems sometimes. We just not available and we don't make ourselves available. Like I said, we make time for whatever we want to make time for. I know I can give an excuse a million times about why I don't have time or I can't, whatever. But I make time for what I want to make time for. Sometimes I literally done pack too much in my day. Like I said, my day started at 3:30 in the morning. Sometimes we done fell asleep. However, sometimes I'll be done packed too much in my day. But we make time for what we want to make time for. Mm-hmm. And we want to be available for whatever we're available for. Just try to get some shots with y'all. Okay. Yeah, so with that being said, I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow. We have two special guests tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Miss Claire. Tell me your last name again, because I mess it up every time, mate.
Claire McClinton.
We have Miss Claire McClinton, and then we also have Captain Dennis Muhammad that's coming to talk to us. He's gonna be with Brother Jalil. So I am so excited about speaking with both of them. I get a one-on-one, well, kind of a one-on-one because Duane will be with me too. But I'm excited about speaking with Miss Claire and Captain Dennis. It's gonna be great. So y'all tune in tomorrow, 8:00. We'll see you then. Peace, love, light. Blackout.
No.